Saturday morning at the Army National Guard Readiness Center in Phoenix, Arizona, United States Army cadets from the Arizona State University ROTC Sun Devil Battalion are on day 2 of a 3-day training exercise that will test all of their leadership skills. The rigorous course will test the cadets on weapons assembly, leadership engagement simulations, first aid, land navigation, and identifying roadside improvised explosive devices.
It's a culminating event of all the training that our cadets at Army ROTC have been through for the semester, including their classes and tactical labs. The concept of the entire weekend is to run them through instructional phases and assessment phases that test their critical thinking and team cohesion.
Training like this is important as a leader because when it comes down to the wire, you have to know your equipment, you have to know everything around you, and you have to know functions of the equipment and how to use them properly and effectively.
First, we were briefed on what we were going to expect. Grabbed my squad together, we formed up, we went through our IED lane. We were looking for indicators on what an IED could possibly look like, and also using the 9-line report on sending up to higher headquarters.
But the real leadership training this day is how well these cadets are able to effectively communicate with both civilian natives and international press during overseas deployments.
Less than 48 hours ago, there was a UH-60 that was downed in this area. In the mountains.
They are briefed a helicopter has crashed.
To your east. Be warned, there are known enemy and IEDs in this area.
During these patrols, we are trying to see if there's any possible threats, possible enemies, IEDs, and basically to improve our situational awareness around our terrain areas.
The cadets, as they come on our lane, they've been briefed that their mission is to recover a downed Black Hawk pilot, and they're to link up with a civilian guide who has information. When they make initial contact with me, they see me carrying an AK-47. My job is to comply with all requests, and I grade the squad leader and the squad members on their professionalism, on how well they maintain accountability, security, military bearing, and their ability to reach their objective within the time limits set.
I got R6!
The first civilian, Vladimir, has been found and detained as a precaution.
Why you tell me to be quiet? Why are you here with hands behind back? I don't do anything. What is problem? Can I have water and head, please? Very hot. You treat me very bad. I don't do anything. This is very typical America. Everybody like this.
The cadets are not making a positive impression on Vladimir, who says he is willing to cooperate with the squad.
I love America. It's first thing I tell you. I say, America, I'm very happy, but I'm not happy anymore.
It was only a precaution.
Cadet Senior tells Vladimir it was just a safety precaution, but Vladimir recognizes it as hostility.
So we go find helicopter and then you help find dog?
Yes.
Senior strikes a deal with Vladimir. The squad will help Vladimir find his dog after he has led them to the helicopter. But before they leave, Vladimir warns them that there are many IEDs along the road.
No! And box go boom and many die. No, road bad. You see me over here because road is... No.
Are you sure?
Absolute, no. About 10 minutes into the lane, they encounter a second civilian on the battlefield dressed in traditional Arabic attire, also with an AK-47. I identify him as my friend, and at that point we grade them on their ability to determine whether he is enemy or friendly, whether they choose to search him or not, what manner they speak to him.
On first encounter, any and all civilians must be searched before any communications can begin. If this newcomer is anything like Vladimir, he won't be happy.
Vladimir, come here. Tell America, I love America.
But luckily, he is a friend of Vladimir's and professes his support for the troops in his community.
Why you do that to me? Why you do that to me? What is my rifle?
He agrees to be searched, but he is not happy.
What do you got? Oh, actually, I know. Come here.
Hey, we got like 10 mics.
We can. All right. Okay. They give $40. No, I help you put it on. You be like us, cultural.
Role playing is important because it is to simulate stress and practice real life scenarios as we become platoon leaders overseas.
They are graded on how well the squad leaders maintain accountability of their soldiers and the civilians.
All right, next, accountability. You guys got the full 2 points. Maintain full accountability, personnel and equipment. We didn't steal any of your stuff. None of your guys got killed, but you guys got pretty close, all right? He trailed off, and you guys lost sight of me for a good 30 seconds, right? If I was actually hostile, he would not be here anymore, okay? So you as a squad leader, you need to make sure that your team, you have team leaders?
Yes.
Okay, you need to make sure that your team leaders are keeping eyes on their guys, right? If you assign somebody to stay with me, they need to stay with me the whole time, all right? So when you pass me off, at the end of the lane, they're assessed out of 10 points. So far, no one's really excelled, but they're definitely being challenged. A lot of cultural competency comes into play, but situational awareness and making sound judgment in a time crunch. That's pretty much what we're looking for the cadets to be able to do here.
And we're joined today by the Public Service Academy, a program at Arizona State University, and they're helping us out as kind of civilians on the battlefield in one of our lanes.
We are telling the soldiers how they should respond to journalists who want to ask questions that might reveal sensitive information. So we're telling them what kind of information they can give, what type of information they can't give, and we're kind of telling them the tactics that journalists are going to want to use with them.
There have been rumors of soldiers stealing from civilians, and the squad leaders are confronted.
So have you heard anything about soldiers doing any of this looting in the area?
Stealing in the area. I mean, obviously we want to bring that down.
Okay, so, but what are you going to do to bring that down?
Well, we could report it to the local police.
Okay, is that all you're going to do? Or are you going to stop them yourselves?
No, well, I'm not sure what we would do at this right moment.
But aren't you in charge of all these people? You don't know what you do?
I'm in charge of this group, and our commander has not told us yet.
The questions start out easy.
We're providing humanitarian relief.
Relief? So what are you guys doing specifically? What specifics are you doing?
But the looting is brought up again.
Have you heard any reports of soldiers participating in looting?
No.
No? Because I've heard from some other soldiers that has been the case. That soldiers have looted and threatened and harmed citizens. Have you taken part in any of that? No? You haven't heard any of that?
Specifically, with this weekend exercise, we're focusing on closing the gap between the military and civilian sectors. We've learned that the military sector works with many other sectors, like the nonprofit sector, to deliver aid to those people. It's really important to understand how to communicate between sectors, because things can't get done if you don't know how to communicate with people effectively. And so I think this exercise is really helping with that, and I think anybody involved in this exercise is going to get a lot out of it.